green is the opposite to red. So when they're on top of each other, they neutralize each other. And I'm going to go into your eyes with this is the P. Louise eyeshadow base. A lot of people use concealer, but I just use an eyeshadow base. 2 layers has to be done. You have such nice lashes.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Just a test of these 2 foundations, see which one's better for you, if that's all right.
Of course.
Oh yeah, that's fine, I think. Looks good, because it gets a little bit lighter. I'm going to go right here to carve out that little wing we made earlier. The bits that I would add a little bit of light to. Very small. When it's bridal, everything's small. Small bits. And again, I just like to warm it up with the back of my hand so the lipstick is easier to blend. Yeah, open lips, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
So much.
Hi everyone. Hi Melissa.
Hi.
I'm just going to say a little bit about myself. I'm a bridal makeup artist and today I achieved this bridal look for Melissa. It's very much about enhancing her natural beauty, which obviously she's a lot of. So this is just, I hope you really enjoy it. I'm an Irish makeup artist based in London and have been working in the industry for many years, and perfecting a bridal look is a very special day for a bride, so you have to make sure you listen to the critiques, listen to the consultation, listen to all the things that they want, but also be positive and be happy on their beautiful wedding day. So I hope you guys enjoy watching us achieve this look.
Thank you. Please enjoy, and as always, all the details will be down in the description. So please enjoy the video and find it either maybe educational or relaxing or just generally ASMR. So please enjoy, and thank you so much for
thank
doing
you.
my makeup
Thank you
today.
for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's talk skin. Let's talk all the things about your skin.
Okay.
How do you find your skin? Is it dry, combination, oily?
It's combination and some breakouts usually along here, and I've got quite a few today as well.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
And the kind of finish that you want to achieve today for your skin, would you prefer it to be satin, matte or glowy? So matte is the very far side of the scale, satin is in the middle, and then obviously glowy is the end of the scale. So you can have whatever finish you prefer.
Probably somewhere in the middle, yeah.
Perfect, no worries, we can do that. And I'm just going to clip back your hair, if that's all right.
Thank you, yeah.
So it's not in your way. And we're just going to do a little bit of skin prep. So for your tones today, we know we're going to go for a bridal look. Is there any particular colours you'd like to achieve? Like usually the brides go for something either pinky or kind of browny, neutral tones.
Right, okay.
I'm just going to hand sanitize.
Yeah, like, I guess I do lean towards pinks because they're quite cute.
Yeah.
But, like you said, maybe bringing out the eyes.
Yes.
I quite liked the idea of making something that pops somehow.
Yes, yeah. So the opposite to blue, because you have lovely blue eyes, is orange. The opposite to blue in the colour wheel is orange. So if you do a warm toned kind of a natural goldy look on your eyes, it'll make those blue eyes really pop. We can keep the cheeks and maybe the lip a little bit pinky to neutral if you like to keep that pink, but I think for your eyes maybe we could go a little bit more warm, neutral tones, maybe a little bit of sparkle of gold just for those lovely blue eyes. What do you think?
That sounds lovely.
Okay.
I think bridal for me is such an uncharted territory that I'm kind of like really willing to just give it anything a go and have something to work off.
Yes, yeah.
I don't even know what I'd look like in bridal makeup. So.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's super exciting. Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
That's so nice. So I'm just going to put on your primer. This is a little bit it's very popular with brides. It's a MAC one. It's called Strobe, and it'll give that kind of balance, because once I powder you at the end, you'll have a kind of a more mixture of the satin finish. I'm just gonna start from the center of the face and work my way out onto those highlighted points where you'd like to see a little glow, especially if you've got loads of, on big day, you'll have loads of pictures taken and videos, so you want that shine, that glisten on the high points of your face. So I'll let that settle in, and then I will do a little bit of colour correcting on those little friends that you mentioned earlier. And we'll do the eyes first. So let your skin kind of soak in all that prep that we've done and give it time. And then to avoid any chance of pilling, you know, when the foundation kind of, yeah, that happens when we don't give things enough time to soak in. So that's why I do things in a different order to give everything a chance to work its way through.
I never knew that's why the pilling happens, because I get it quite a few times when I have sun cream on in the mornings.
Yeah, and if you didn't give yourself, either sometimes the sun cream doesn't mix, it's either like, let's say, mineral or whatever sunscreen, and maybe it mightn't match the foundation you've on, as in chemically, not colour match, but then a lot of the times it's just the amount of time. Either your face was too dry and couldn't soak in the moisture, or it was too wet and couldn't. So it's, as you know, skin is so sensitive to all situations, very temperamental. So the best thing you do is you're supposed to wait 30 seconds minimum between each layer of skincare, like your hyaluronic acid, blah, blah, blah. So that is a little tip.
Yeah, it's useful.
So, as we were talking about the colour wheel earlier, I'm going to use this very light green. It's also a primer, but it's just going to neutralise that colour of the little redness that's there. If I could find a little brush just for those tiny little ones. Because green is the opposite to red. So when they're on top of each other, they neutralise each other. Where if they're next to each other, they complement each other. So like Christmas is red and green, you know, because they're complementary colours.
Okay.
Yeah, but if they're directly on top of each other, they'll cancel each other out. So if you had, so yeah.
So they look good next
To each other, but
on
if you
top,
mix them up, they
become
cancel. Yeah. So yeah.
It's like a whole theory to it.
Yeah.
Went straight over my head at first, and I kind of...
You get what I mean?
Are there any others other than red and green?
Yellow and purple, blue and orange, pink and green aren't. They're complementary colours. So if you've green eyes, wearing pink will make your eyes pop. But they don't cancel each other out. Red will cancel it out. Does that make sense?
Wow.
Yeah.
There's so much to it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you have to like study all this stuff, I guess, to know how to use it to your advantage?
Yeah, I went and got qualified in makeup in the London School of Makeup a few years ago, and they teach you during the course. So that's how I learned all this. I wouldn't, obviously, loads of respect to women or my makeup artists who can do it on their own, but I had to be qualified. I really wanted to go to a school and learn from people who've done it before. Yeah, so just because I think for me it was a confidence thing. I'd love to like just learn from someone who's done it. When you kind of get into, as you know, it's your passion.
Yeah.
And you get into it, it's really, really interesting, and you're like kind of a little bit obsessed.
A little bit.
I'm going to do your eyeshadow base now, if that's okay. So I'm going to leave all those little layers. And I'm going to go into your eyes with, this is the P. Louise eyeshadow base. A lot of people use concealer, but I just use an eyeshadow base. Will you let me know if anything doesn't feel right, or if you have any reactions or anything, please? I can stop and take anything off, or...
Thank you.
I'm gonna buff that out. Thank you. There's no harsh lines. This is just so when I lay the eyeshadow on, you know, with the different colours we have on our eyelids, whether it be blue, purple, green from the veins. So the eyeshadow isn't competing with that. It's just going, it has a neutral base. So it'll have it easier, an easier application. Does that make sense? Am I explaining that properly?
Yeah, no, it's really interesting hearing all of it.
And close me. Thank you. So I'm just going in with an initial transition shade at the top.
Do you have quite like a specific order you do your steps in, or does it depend?
It depends. Like for bridal, I do like to leave things, give it more time, give everything more time, because it has to be layered in a way that everything's going to last for 12 hours or 10 hours. It's going to last a long time. So that's why I like to have the skin prep and the colour correcting and that kind of stuff first. And then I'll go into the eyes. And then you can look back at the eyes and go, oh, actually, a little bit more here, a little bit more, you know, it's a lot of back and forth. Like my bridal applications do take a lot longer because it's one of the biggest days of the person's life. You're really keen to get everything spot on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't care if it takes how long it's going to take. I was really close, thank you. I really want the bride to be happy. And I really want it to last for them. And I think the layering your makeup in a certain way, that's how it lasts. So for this, you'll be driven mad back and forth, but it's just to make sure you're happy. And how do you feel about lashes? Are you okay with, are you a strip lash person? Do you like little individual ones? Do you hate them and like don't even put them near me?
So like, in general, I prefer less
Okay.
than more. Mostly because I suppose if this were like it's like the actual wedding day kind of thing, I think I would just get slightly irritated by them. Like I love how they look, but for like practicality, I feel like I would try avoid, like have as little as I could.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to think about like, oh my god, are they going to fall
Oh,
off? And yeah. I don't know, do a lot of people do big lashes on the day?
Yeah, no, not big ones. They do very individual ones, very small ones. I don't think, as you said, people are very conscious. I think it's all about enhancing your natural beauty on your wedding day. Everyone wants to look like themselves, but a little bit better. And I think the person they're meeting at the other end wants to see their, you know, they don't want to see someone they don't recognise either. So it's kind of the perfect balance of natural and soft glam. So I think for the lashes, people do little individuals. The ones I find that are very good for brides are the ones that go underneath the lash. Yeah, so they don't fall off, they don't irritate, they don't, you know, sometimes you can see the lash when it's on top of you won't be able to see them. So it's kind of something more that you forget about rather than something you would consciously notice all the time. So maybe we could try those, but if not, we can do none at all. It's completely up to you. We could try them. You could then tweeze them off. It's very easy.
Yeah, I think trying them sounds good then, and then seeing how it goes.
You need to tilt your head up for me a tiny bit. Thank you. Close. going to... You okay with a little bit of glitter?
Yeah, I love glitter.
Yay, great. Love that.
Glitter.
So I'm just going to get a deeper brown for a slight tiny wing. Close, thank you. Now I'm just going to get you some mascara. I have waterproof, just because there'll be lots of tears on the day, I'm sure. Do you have any like makeup brands that you particularly like, or are you open to?
I don't like fixate too much on anything. I'm quite
Okay.
into like the Korean makeup style
Yeah.
recently. But
Yeah.
Charlotte Tilbury I've always liked. I think I just like the vibe.
Yeah. It is. She's fun.
So I open.
If you, how blinky, and that's a very difficult question to answer. Do you find it very disconcerting people at your eyes? Because if you just close them and I'll lift the lid gently and then I'll go underneath.
Whichever one's easiest for you, and then see how I
Okay.
am. I'm not sure if I'm blinky or not.
Let's close.
Okay.
Let's close and
Yeah.
give it a go. Yeah. I'm sorry now. I'm going to be very close to you again with the.
I feel like if I say I'm not blinky, I'll suddenly be the most blinky person you've ever seen. I'll get really overthink it.
Okay, so far so good. You've got really long lashes. Wow, they're lovely. Just going to look slightly towards me, please. That's okay. Like your head, and keep your eyes closed. Thank you. I'm going to go right into the base of your lashes now. This mightn't be the most comfy, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to do the other eye. Keep your eyes closed, please. Let's go back to the other side. 2 layers has to be done. You have such nice lashes.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Back to the other side. Now just leave them dry for 2 seconds. I said a little bit of a smudge on this one eye. Sorry. Close. It's a little mascara trick for you. There you go. If you ever get a little mascara on your eyes where you don't want it, just leave it dry and then scratch it off with a dry spoolie. Because you know, if you rub, it makes everything then everything grey or whatever. So yeah, just scratch it off.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's a clean one. There's nothing on it.
Yeah.
So if you just make a mistake and then just wait for it to dry and scratch it off, yeah. It's a little tip. How do you prefer your foundation? I have a lot of, I'm going to speak on behalf of a lot of Irish girls right now. They like theirs slightly warmer or slightly a shade darker. Are you a true match? What do you prefer for your...
probably closer to a true match.
Perfect.
I find I always I look quite strange if I look tanned.
Okay, so you like it very...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. It's great. It's just
Like
good.
I've never seen the sun.
No, it's good to know because it's a very personal thing. I think it's like eyebrows. If people are go, oh, I look so pale or I look so tanned, and I'm like, okay, we have to make sure that we get it right. So I'm just going to brush your eyebrows up, and then I'm going to do, I think you're kind of like a square to rounded front in the eyebrow. Would you? Not totally square, but slightly square, but rounded here, right? This section.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I've not really got a clue.
Yeah, I know. I know it's like an interview here, and I'm asking you 100 questions.
What
But
colour are my eyes again? I don't know.
it's just, I just really want people to be happy, so it's better asking 1,000 questions.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And some people are not very good at saying it themselves, I think, right?
So it's just easier to. People are like, "Oh my God, will she ever stop?" But I'm like, if I know, the more I know. The more I know, the less hopefully the less mistakes I'll make, but we're only human.
It's quite educational as well. I feel like I'm learning a lot about the theory and all these things that you need to be aware of for bridal makeup as well. Like, I hadn't even thought about like focusing on pinks or peaches and these sorts of things and which one works on which person or...
Yeah, it is fun. It's really fun. Bridal is so fun. It's great. And it's like every bride gets to show her own personality, you know, through their makeup, like whatever they choose, you know. Some people are like, they're a signature red lip person, so they have to have red lips on their date. It's very few, obviously, but, you know, it's great. It's the perfect combination of your everyday makeup and just a little bit more glam, like the bits that are yourself. So it's really nice. So I really like doing it. It's always good fun. Like everyone's always in a good mood, you know.
Do you usually do like the trial run first?
Yes, yeah. I actually won't. I'll really try my best to avoid ever booking anyone unless it's like, oh, my makeup artist has cancelled on me last minute and I happen to be available. I really won't do it without a trial because I think, again, it's such a big day. It's so personal to people. And having met the person, and I think it's always good for them to meet the person because they might go, oh my God, I absolutely hated it. Everything about it. I hated the artist, I hated the vibe. And that's really important, and that's okay, you know, to not like their style.
Yeah.
Because if you can't get your day back and you want the best, most positive energy around you on your wedding day, and if you might be very quiet person and you might want someone not to talk and to be very, you just don't know. I think it's really important for people to meet.
Much to
think about. Yeah. You would want them to be your kind of match. Eyes up to the sky, perfect. Stay there now if you can. Stay there. Golden, yeah. Now close. You did it. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
And it's on.
That was alright.
Does it look, can you see it?
No, I can't.
Yeah. Sorry, now close again. Just pinch it a tiny bit more. Now.
Yeah, that's way more comfortable than the other ones I've had. Is that different to other certain like lashes where you're applying it or something, or is it just maybe the way you're applying it is quite comfortable or something?
I don't know. Hopefully it's
Doesn't feel
picturable.
irritating at all.
It's these ones are the Doll Beauty ones. They're pre-glued, and it's so the glue is on this side rather than you're gluing it yourself and dipping it in and trying it on. So it's actually this part is glued and then it's just curling it up. Right. So it looks more. I think I like it's the same again now. Yeah, up to the sky. Look up to the sky. Yeah. And close. Sorry, look up again, sorry. Now, close. Perfect. Open. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, great. I know you said you like to keep it more natural, so I'll just do one more. Yeah. That one's done.
Oh, yeah, that one felt very easy.
Yeah, the second one's always easier. It's the first one's always the hardest. And then for some reason they're fine then after that. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you usually do it as well where we're focusing on the eyes first, it's like cleaning that up at the end?
Yeah, I do my concealer last.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love like it because you can have your contour and everything and it can look a little bit crazy and look a little bit mad and you're going, oh no, and then you put the concealer on and it all
fits together.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm so happy then. And I'm just going to do a little just a test of these two foundations, see which one's better for you, if that's all right.
Of course.
And I will see. Oh yeah, that's fine, I think. Looks good because it gets a little bit lighter. It's nice. So this is the MAC face and body one, but it needs to be warmed up first. So that's why I put it on the back of my hand and warm it up, because it's actually much nicer when it's warm. And then I'll buff it onto your skin with my foundation brush. But that's why I don't put it onto the palette, because the stuff that's in it needs to be heated up first for it to give that a better flawless finish. So obviously let me know if anything is upsetting you or it's too hard or anything. Please let me know.
Do you always use a puff when you do the foundation, or like is there a reason that it's not brushes, or is puffs better?
Oh, for me again in when we went to school, it was the powder puff. If I ever use a powder puff on someone, I gift it to them after at the end. So for like when I do brides and bridesmaids, I give them all a little finishing, like a gift pack at the end, and it'll have like a little mini sponge and a little powder puff and a spoolie and a double-ended cotton bud and stuff. And then, as I said, a little mini sponge. I don't use sponges on clients because I can't guarantee the hygiene on the inside. So of course you can clean them, and it's totally up to everybody's choice to use what they like, but I can clean a brush to an inch of its life to make sure that it's clean and safe for use for the next person.
Yeah.
So that's my fear, is that I'll cut it into a sponge one day and it'll have something inside. So I don't really want to take that risk with other people's skin. Like, I use sponges on myself, but they're my own.
Yeah.
So I think for personal use it's fine, but I think when I'm going from client to client, I think it's always better to ensure that hygiene is at the forefront of what I'm doing. So you can't be on your wedding day worrying if you're going to get, a cold sore or conjunctivitis or any of these things. These are the things you have to think about all the time, of what could possibly upset this person's skin. So I'm always cleaning. As all makeup artists, I'm sure they are as well. Like, it's just part and parcel. And the ears is always a good trick, just going slightly into the ears here when you've got no jewellery on when you're on the day. So just in case that to make it all look very seamless, just the bottom lobes. It's a nice little touch. So, and how are you contouring? Are you happy, hate it, too much? Would you like a little, none at all?
So like when I do it on myself, I'm awful at it. So I think if someone that can like do it, like a makeup artist like you can do it, I don't mind it.
Okay.
It's just that I can't do it on myself very well.
Okay.
So I'm not used to my face being that contoured because I'm so bad at it.
Oh,
So.
okay. Well, you've a fabulous bone structure, so I definitely would give it a
that'd
go.
be fun then.
Yeah, I would. You've got great cheekbones, so I would give it a go if I was you. If there's a tiny bit, I won't do too much because again, it's bridal is that in between. I'll do a very subtle.
Sounds fun then.
Not too much. I do love it. I've loads on myself. Do I keep kind of cool toned? Because I think you're a little bit more cool toned. I know the Korean. You said you're into Korean style. I think they don't really. They do it very little. Again, they're very natural.
Definitely.
So if that's your style, you don't want you to go, oh my god, who's this? When we're finished.
I do really like trying out different styles though. I think it's really
Okay.
fun with being able to try so much different makeup all the time.
Yeah, I
Really like,
suppose.
I look so different each time, and it's like
Yeah,
the-
that's true.
different people's interpretation of what
Yeah.
the makeup would look like on me, and it's really fun to see how different I look.
Yeah. That's actually really true. You can be like, oh my god, and it's such good like research for your own.
Oh, yes, great.
Yeah, you can be like, no, actually, this was not for me, or you know.
Yeah, I've yet to find anything I don't like. I'm wondering if there's maybe like it doesn't exist. I don't know, maybe if someone went extremely gothic and gave me black lips, I probably might be a bit like,
Yeah,
ooh, but
maybe no, yeah.
hasn't happened yet.
That's funny. Gothic lips. That on a wedding day, I don't think it would be. I don't think your partner would be too pleased. Or yourself, more importantly,
maybe
yourself.
a try for Halloween one time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, experiment for a big event like that. Halloween, yeah, it'd be a cool one. Yeah, so a tiny bit on the nose, smidge.
What's like your favourite kind of makeup, like just personally, other than bridal? Do you have like a favourite style or anything like that? Or
That like to do on other people.
yeah.
Oh my god, I love full glam so much.
Oh.
I do. I love it. I'm, maybe not. I'm not a total natural person. I do natural makeup. It's obviously a big. It's very trendy, and the clean girl aesthetic is a big thing for a long time. But I love when someone says, I'm going out and I want to feel like wow me. I'm like, oh yay. That's what I love doing.
Is that like the really
Full glam.
big lashes? Is it red lips or is that Hollywood glam? I get
That's
them all a bit
Hollywood.
confused.
Yeah. That's Hollywood glam. It doesn't need necessarily to be big lashes. Just they're like, I want a full coverage foundation. I want. Can you turn this a tiny bit for me, please? Thank you. I want full coverage foundation. I want, I do want lashes. Most people don't really like big lashes anymore. I think they are really gone. Even people who like full glam, but they want lashes, they want lips, they want contour, they want, the full 9 yards. I love that then. I'm like, okay, great. Because with natural, you have to be or like even bridal, it has to be a little bit of product, little bit. It has to be just, as I said, enhancing their natural beauty, where full glam you can go all out. And it's not, you don't have to be as precise, you have to be as careful, because you can cover up mistakes easier as well. So I do love that. But I just love makeup in general. I love making women feel good about themselves and being a part of like a happy day or a big event. You feel like you're in on it with them. You're like, oh, have a great time, or whatever they're doing. Even if it's just getting it done to make them feel nice or whatever. I love that. Yeah. So everything that I do that's cream, I'm going to set with a powder version of that as well. Just FYI. So if I've done any cream contour, that means I'll have to do powder contour as well, just so it'll last for you, So let me just take a step back and look at you now. Where are we? I'm just going to do a little bit under the lids, under your lash line, if that's all right. And then I'll do just the same tones we used earlier, just on the bottom lashes. And because I haven't put on your concealer, I can tidy all this up at the end then. Okay, turn towards me a tiny bit, thank you. And look up to the sky. Thank you. I'm going to do a tiny bit here to match that one. And the same on the other side. Oh. There we go. Sorry, I'm just gonna, that's falling off, so let me squeeze that again. Now, perfect. Now, let's do a little bit of that in the inner corner. So we use kind of a yellowy gold on the lid, and I'm going to use a little bit of a like more kind of champagne-y gold in the inner corner of your eye here. Just have to imagine this now with a full-length white gown. And your hair done. Well, your hair's down anyway, it's lovely, so it won't look as bad when you have your hair in a bun, you know, on a makeup trial.
I should have worn white.
Yeah. Floor-length white gown.
Yeah, just have like a fake wedding dress for now. Try it
Exactly.
along with. Okay, that's definitely something I've learned for future bridal things.
Yeah, we do, yeah, wearing white is a good one. So I'm just going to do a little bit of colour correcting under the eye before I put on your concealer as well. Just do a tiny bit of pink underneath the eye. Because pinky peach, just to cover up any purpley blue, more mainly blue, so peachy as well, tones from, no, we do love the, you know, the vessels that bring us the gift of sight, but we want to neutralize them as well when we are using our makeup, so it's not too...
Here, I have one, I can't remember which side it is, that comes out a bit actually. One of the little blue veins.
Oh yeah, sure. Mine are terrible. Like I can just always notice. You look up this guy for me, darling. I can always notice when I have not done it. You know, it just, so because a lot of us we use concealer. A lot of us use our concealer too bright anyway. You know, it's just a natural thing that we think it's going to brighten, but then when you go so much brighter, you're going to have, you're just going to exaggerate that color that's underneath rather than, you know what I mean?
Rather than cover it, I guess.
Yeah, instead of, like, I would always, I need this little brush here. You just want to cover it up before you brighten it, right? Because if you brighten it, then you're exaggerating that thing that's underneath as well at the same time. So if you put really bright concealer on over, let's say, hyperpigmentation or blue veins or whatever, it's just going to exaggerate that thing rather than cover it up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So again, with all the amount of photography that's going to be taken on your wedding day, all these small and little mini enhancements make such a big difference with the photos at the end. So you're like, oh yeah, it's all evened out, it's a more even skin tone, etc, etc. So now I'm going to go in with your actual concealer. I'm just going to do a little tiny bit here. I'm going to go right here to carve out that little wing we made earlier. Perfect, thank you. Same again. I'll just do the bits that I would add a little bit of light to. Very small. When it's bridal, everything's small. Small bits. And then I use a fluffy brush to blend that all out. A very light fluffy one. Because you're near your eyes. So I like just bring it right down to the nose. chin, the corners of the mouth, middle of the chin, and then back to this inner corner, and then right down to the nose again, and then up here. And then just down the bridge of the nose and the top of the forehead. Lovely. Now just do your powder, and we're making great progress. This is what I'm looking for. Look over here for me. This way, please. Thank you. And I'm gonna go do a little bit of the bronzer again, bring it up to the ears, bring it down to just to, you have a great jawline anyway, but just to snatch that in, you know, keep it all together. And then all the places we did a little bit of cream contouring, we're going to do again with your bronzer, just at the tops of the forehead. Oh no, then that one. And then the other side. Thank you. And then here, oh, push this up a tiny bit, sorry. So we can get in there. Your hair, sorry.
Okay.
And then back down here, in here, just to exaggerate that a bit again. And then, now, look at me, please. Perfect. Gorgeous. So let's do a little bit down the nose, down here. Perfect. I'm just going to grab this fluffy brush again, and then with the same contour shade I used, close to me a bit, I'm just going to go back up here, tiny bit on a really fluffy brush, and then bring it in to the top of the crease and up into the eyebrow, just to kind of bring all that together. So all the colours that are on different parts of your face kind of are a mirror image of each other. So it's kind of more harmonious. You know, you can kind of just think about the whole face rather than one section as on its own. You want the whole thing to look perfect. Now for your lips, I'm going to do a little bit of lip liner, a lipstick and some gloss. How does that sound? Is that okay to you?
Yeah, it sounds lovely.
Just going to sharpen this. Now, so I'm going to just hold it out. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Open your mouth for me a tiny bit, please. Thank you. Open another tiny bit. Thank you. There we go. Now, and a little lip brush. Get that pink that's on your cheeks and put it on your lips. I'm going to use Velvet Teddy from MAC. It's a popular one with brides as the base, and then that little bit of cream blush that we did, I'm going to put that at the very like a ombre, so it'll be 3 things, potentially 4 on your lips, but hopefully it'll all come together quite nicely. You'll see what I mean now in a sec. Oh, and I'll get a separate lip brush for that one. And again, I just like to warm it up at the back of my hand so the lipstick is easier to blend. To have a open lips, thank you. Yeah, and then I'm going with this pink on the top, just to bring a little bit more lightness to it. Yeah. Sorry, one more thing I just need to do with the liner. Sorry. Now, give me a gently, perfect. I'm going to put a tiny bit of highlighter, fan highlighter on your cheeks. Just because, you know, as I said, the cameras are going to be on you. So you want to be highlighted in all the right places, but still have your satin finish that you requested at the start, because you have to keep all those things, the little tip of your nose, all those things in your back of your head. Set you some setting powder. Make sure these layers stay on nicely for you throughout your well, not today, but for your actual wedding day. You know, needs to last a long time. Lots of photos, lots of hugs, lots of kissing. Oh, congratulations, and you get the transfer. You want to eliminate that as much as humanly possible. But obviously everyone's going to be so happy for you guys. It's going to happen loads. So, and just now, if you can, look up to the sky for me. I'm going to do it right under the eyes. Thank you. The same on the other side. Ooh. Now, you're done. I'm just going to spray your face. Will I give you makeup forever?
Should I shut my eyes?
Yes, please. And I'm just going to spray and then fan. Okay, so here we go with the spray. And then fan. Now, I think that should be pretty dry, my dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
So much.
Just want to give you a brief overview of what I've done, just so you're comfortable, and just to give you a little summary, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So just for your eyes, we've gone with a neutral warm tone look on your eyes, again, because I said that you've lovely blue eyes, and those warm tone browns, the orange twinge is going to make those blue eyes pop, which we have. We've done a little bit of kind of champagne glitter at the top, and then a more icy glitter on the inner corner. For your lovely cheekbones, we've done cream and powder contour and blush. So we've done like a light baby pink on the cheeks with a little cool toned underneath here with the contour. We've also done a slight little shimmer of highlight, just because as you're a bride, when you're moving and the cameras are flashing, it'll be lovely to have that kind of it's still within your satin finish wish for the skin finish, but it still just have that extra bit for your wedding day. And then to keep the kind of cohesiveness of all the colours together for your lips, we've done again a warm toned lip liner with Velvet Teddy, which is kind of a soft neutral pink lipstick. And then we put the same blush that we used on your cheeks just at the very, very top to highlight those the kind of fullness of your lips. And then we've done kind of a taupe colour in the eyebrows, brushed them up, kept it very much to your natural shape. You have a lovely natural shape. We've done tiny little 2 clusters on the outsides of your lashes they're the pre-glued stick-on ones, because again, you have very long lashes yourself, so you just need a little flick, a little drama for your wedding day. And then we've set the whole look with translucent powder and a bit of setting spray and a fan. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.